We can start the workshop now. Just want to introduce a bit about myself. My name is Kien, and currently I am a DevOps engineer in our network. So if you have any question related to kind of deploy contract to the network, our network, or deploy into our testnet, you can ask me. But about programming, I'm not so have a deep knowledge, so you can ask my colleagues about programming smart contract kind of that. So today I will show you about deploy smart contract in to our network. So the slide will. The first section I want to introduce a bit about our network and what tool we can provide to you to utilize your development, your smart contract development, and I will demonstrate about about our new module is smart contract module and a smart account module, and I will show you some smart account contract sample so you can use it for your hackathon. You can go to our GitHub to get our slide, and I have the shortened link here with tiny url.com/HackWasm, and you can download my slide. About introduction, our network is a kind of permission CosmWasm blockchain, so we want to ensure the quality of the contract when it's deployed to our mainnet. So currently it will be permission, and we provide some powerful tool to build a distributed app in Web3. Like the first one is our blockchain explorer. It's called Aura Scan, and you can track every event in the blockchain and relate to your account, your smart contract, kind of that. And the second one is an indexer. It's called Horoscope, and I think it supports most of general module is code mode ADK. So basically, it can support every code mode chain, and depend on the custom in any exchange. We can custom a bit in our Horoscope indexer, and it can support mode of type event in code mode chain. So next, I will show you the section about the smart contract development. So I introduce about smart account in our network. It's a kind of account that can be controlled by programmable smart contract, and you can get our smart account contract sample in our GitHub, our network GitHub here. In it, I will show you the flow how to deploy the contract into our testnet with codename Serenity. And just talk again a bit. With our mainnet, it's a permission, but for our testnet, it's a permissionless, so everyone can deploy your contract into it. So you can test the contract, and if you want to deploy into a mainnet, you can contact with us, and we can verify some kind of that to ensure the quality before. It's flow to deploy the contract deploy a smart account contract into our testnet. The first one is to build the contract and deploy it. The second one will be the verify contract in our scan. It makes sure that we can check the history of your commit in the GitHub repo, so we can ensure the contract in our testnet is the same with the contract your code we can check into the GitHub repo. And the third one is submit the proposal to validate it through network governance. It makes sure that the contract, we can ensure the contract is a valid one. And it will help the user to know about the contract have been verified by us. So user can believe the contract and use it to instantiate and use it for the normal use case. And after that, we can instantiate and interact with the smart account contract. And the last one is that after instantiate and interact with some normal query, you can use the horoscope to track the event of the contract. Based on that, you can develop your DAPP or something else. About to set up the demo, you can hear we need the Aura daemon to go some CLI command, and of course you will need Rust and one runtime environment to build and code your contract. And just so on, I will show some sample in Node.js, since we will use the CosmWasm JS to do some example demo. And you can go into our doc to have some guide to set up environment here. So let me start my demo here. Our repo contains the smart account sample, so it will consist 3 kind of sample. The first one is a base, it is a normal account, and the second one is a recovery account, means that you can replace the key pair to control the account. It is impossible in the normal account, but with smart contract account we can program for it, so we can use one key pair to recovery and replace the owner of the account. And the third one is spend limit. You can set some limit which you can send the token out the account. And if the threshold, so you can limit how many tokens you can send out. Kind of just. So you can clone your sample here into your machine, on your laptop, and we will show how to build and deploy it. For build project, you can use Docker, and you can Docker provide by configure to build. I will show how. Just run the command inside the source code, and it will have you build the source code here. You should note the version of image you use, so you can, because you will need it to verify the contract in our Explorer. We make sure that the compiler and the source code is the same. Can you use our terminal clearly, or do we zoom in with? Okay. Is it okay now? Okay. Just wait a bit for compiling. Besides that, our scan for Serenity testnet, you will have domain like serenity.orascan.io. And you can come here to verify your contract or check your wallet, kind of just. We have a kind of, if any smart contract have been verified, if I have a kind of green tick here. So So to make sure user knows that it has been verified by us. The next step will be just store this code into our testnet. So just wait a little bit. You can see here the source code has been into the WASM file in the artifact folder, and now we will store it into the network. In this demo, I will store the base workout, and you can, after that, you can set with the span limit account or recovery account. In here, I will use the kind of local wallet already set up in our server. So we will have a document to guide how to create a new wallet and how to get some testnet token from our Discord in our official doc letter. Here the chain ID for our Serenity testnet is Serenity testnet 001. And now you can try to store it. She need connect to our testnet, so you will need one more flag with it will send the contract, send your message, the transaction into our node, so it can process. You can confirm the transaction and sign it. Yeah, after that you can have a code ID will be 1436 here. Will be the new code we just upload, and you can go to our Aura scan to see it here. Because we already verified it in the sample, but Yeah, actually it have been verified because it should code already be verified in our let, I think in the let's show example here. So when it's the same the commit, come to the come to the Aura scan, it will detect and have checked that it has been verified. So let me check if it can verify again or not. Let me change the version of compiler so it will be create a new hash. So I will demo the step of verify. I can demo the step of verify in our Explorer. Yeah, I use image the optimizer a bit, a little bit of one will be 0.12.11. I mean, I will show the verify later, but now we can continue with governance is how to add it to the whitelist so our module, our smart account module can interact with the contract. So here you will need to whitelist the contract, the so-called with code ID 1436. So you go to our validator node and create a proposal like that. We will submit proposal to whitelist the so-called with code ID 1436 here, and we will create it. It ensures that our validator are offset with the source code. Actually, I already create a script to submit and voting to offset, and we already reduce the voting period in our testnet into 3 minutes. So if you after you build and deploy your contract, you can add us to validate it. So it only 3 minutes, so it's quite fast, and you can bring us to do. In here, we our scan show the proposal we just submit with the value with the code ID is a 1436 here, and the script is auto vote by our for it just have a for internal validator. So I already create a script to vote that for the JIT proposal. I think it will end in 2 minutes. It'll be build the source code again. It's finished, so I will store it again. I mean, after the whitelist, so our module, our smart account module will track your contract. So now you can active your contract and instantiate it. Yeah. Oh, just back again about verify contract. We just submit, we just store the code ID 1437, and now it's have here without the verify symbol. So now you can go into it and go to verify code ID part. You can verify and public here. Our contract will be based dot wasm, and the commit you can take the last hit one since our code will not change anything. You should take the hash here, so we can take exactly what commit you use, so we can know exactly the source code you upload to the our testnet. And the compiler, we just use the 0.12.11, so you must use exactly the same with one you use to compile your code. Now you can verify and publish. So the process will be our server will get the source code and compile it, and will compare the data hash with the existing code inside the network, and you will show the result later. When we waiting for the result, I think we can do the next step with the smart account contract. With we already create a sample account with JIT mnemonic. I mean, with JIT mnemonic will be the owner of the smart account contract. So we will for easier we use in JIT demo. We already set up some pub key, and you don't. I think you can we have a script here. I think we have script. We have some mnemonic.js here. It will generate a totally new mnemonic and show you the pub key and your address to you to control the smart account. In this step, we will how, because it depends on the you want to get the account address from the contract, so we will query it to get the account address, and it for deterministic we will pass some source parameter, so it when it is a fix, so you can always get the same address each time when you call that when you call this command to ensure that it is a deterministic address. Since it's a by account address, so init message will empty, but for the recovery contract or for span limit contract, you will need pass some init message to set up some parameter inside your contract. For the sheet here, you can set up any string, but I think it will be limited to 60 byte. 60 byte, if I remember exactly. Since we already used the saw before, so it cannot instantiate again. So I just change the saw to change the sheet, and it will show the new address. It will be the address from your smart account. You can copy it in and add it into the inner way of the example. Quick Node.js script, we will read it to do some action later. When you pass mnemonic and array into the Node.js script, so it will be key pair to control the smart account, and it's independent with the already inject some ejected key inside your server. And the endpoint here, we will edit it into our testnet node, which is a sanity node. The norm and the prefix in the testnet is still Aura and Euphoria, so it already set up in your test script. Let's run the paper. Install. I already installed it, so it haven't the library here. So now you can active the account by send a little bit token into the smart account, because depending on the commode ADK, only account have some action like receive the token or some figure rent, it will be active on chain. Otherwise on the network cannot detect the address. So we will must send some token into that address, and I can use a Kepler here. By the way, if you want to add the our testnet config into Kepler, you should connect wallet here, so it will automatically add the config into the Kepler wallet. So we will send a bit token into this address. In here, I will send one aura to the address just to active the account. So the all module in CosmWasm ADK can detect just. Now we will activate this account. It means just instantiate. For this, it will use key which we set in an environment file, and it will create a transaction to instantiate the account from the code from the code inside from the code ID inside our testnet. So it already have been instantiated here. Oh, the verify and public code, the verify contract already finished. So you will see the result here. So I mean, it will show you the code ID, so code have been verified successfully. Yeah, so after that, it will have a green ticker here to make sure it has been verified. Yeah, it has been verified, so it will show like that. Yeah, so it's a transition to instantiate. So I think, yeah, you can see some event here which you call instantiate and active the smart account. So after, the last one, I will show you the demo which you send the token from this smart account to outside. And you can use this script inside our repo to test. And I will take some sample right here. You send, wow. Yeah. Just successfully transaction which is come from our smart account contract. You can see here it's successfully sent from the sender will be the contract and the receiver will be the normal account. And it will show some event here. You can check it. So the contract will be the same with the sender here. And it's over. I want to demo about the smart account, and it's a flow of how to deploy it into our testnet. And the last one will be track the event via our indexer. And my colleague will have a more differently about indexer will show you how to track the event with our indexer interface.
Okay, hello. So, as you can see from this page, it is a transaction from this account, and you can already see the event here. So this is the event of a transaction, what we have passed from the transaction. So here is our GraphQL interfaces, and you can find the example query in our documentation. Yeah. Well, I don't think you can see this, but anyway, we have oh, yeah. The name of our indexer is Horoscope, and you can find this here. So for the smart contract event, you can find it in the CosmWasm. This is a query so you can get the information of a code ID. You can send the sample API here. It will give you the information of all the contract had been, all the code ID had been stored in our network. You can try to modify the query. Oh. Here you can try to input some code ID here. And remove this. No. Let's keep it. So it will give you the information about the code ID that you're looking for. For example, here's the full, the query, GraphQL query is here, and then we wrap it into a post message here. You can change it here. So we have just deployed in the Serenity testnet. So we put Serenity here. And the code ID is, well, yeah, like this. And it will give you the information about the code ID that we have just deployed. We can also get the contract, but well, I will copy it to our GraphQL interface. So I update the query to get the, yeah, you can see the smart contract that we have just deployed. Like, it is the same as we can see here. And to get the event of this smart contract, you can use the event query here. Contract address. And yeah. So the input is the smart contract address, and oh, I forgot to change the network. It will give you all the event related to that smart contract earlier, so you can compare it with what we saw in our Aura Scan UI. Yeah, This is how a smart contract event look like. It contains many attributes with some action. The action here is named instantiate. Well, you can see it here by looking at this contract page. Here is the activate account. It will contain the instantiate event. This is the instantiate event. And yeah, you can see it here in the GraphQL query. And yeah, this is own event that related to a smart contract. And I guess you will need it to in your application. Besides this, we also support many different type of query. What we can see here is an example. So we can get block transaction and account as well. We have smart account, but well, it's not so in the example. Yeah, you can discover more here. So yeah, this is the Serenity testnet, and yeah, this is all the data that you can try to query. So well, it's a lot. So if you want to know more, you can ask me directly. And well.
Yeah, I think just all for our workshop here today. And if you have anything to ask, you can ask us, or you can go our official document, will be docs.aura.network, and if you have some section about developer, for developer here, and for it will set up everything and tutorial, some kind of just, and about horoscope query, you can go to this part ecosystem here, and you can go horoscope section, and you show how the example query you to use it for your DAPP to get some. And the last one, I think it will show here is our domain for try the graphQL interface, which you can get direct data from our API. So you can use it for your application. Yeah, I think that's all for the workshop today. Thank you for listening. And I think we will go around this place, so if you have any question, you can find us and ask directly. Thank you.